This is SportsCenter.
Hey everyone, I'm Jesse Pollock, and for the first time since 2021, when the Montreal Canadiens got there, a Canadian team is heading back to the Stanley Cup Final. The Edmonton Oilers won Game 6 2-1 and defeated the Dallas Stars in 6 games. And just in case any of you were superstitious, the Oilers followed in their future opponent's footsteps and didn't touch the Campbell Bowl. Oilers fans in particular have been waiting a long time to see their team back in the Cup Final, as the last time they did it was in 2006 when Connor McDavid was just 9 years old. And Wayne Gretzky was still coaching. That's why seeing fans cry tears of joy after the win was just so powerful. And if you don't think Edmonton Oilers fans are ready for a Cup Final, their "We Want the Cup" chants were so loud that they got into Pete DeBoer's post-game presser.
Proud of our group, proud of our fight, proud of our battle. You're just gutted. They did leave everything out there.
So now let's look ahead to the matchup, because this one's going to be incredible. For what it's worth, the Oilers lost both of their matchups to the Panthers this year and gave up 10 goals in those 2 games. All of that is irrelevant now though. So what are some important matchups to look out for? Well, for starters, the Barkov versus McDavid matchup could very well decide the series. To get here, Barkov limited Kucherov, Pasta, Zibanejad, and Panarin to a combined 0 goals during his minutes against them at even strength. The greatest offensive player in arguably the history of the sport gets to go up against one of the, if not the best two-way forward in the game today. What cinema? Then there's the Matthew Tkachuk factor, because you know he's going to get under McDavid's skin. And what else is woven in this matchup is history in so many ways. For example, Evan Bouchard is 10 points away from tying Paul Coffey's record for most points by a defenseman in a single playoff run. To simply put it, there's a lot on the line, and we can't wait to see this one get started. We're just 3 days away from the NBA Finals, and it's an intriguing matchup between the Celtics and Mavs. Let's start with Dallas, and more specifically, Luka Doncic. Luka's making a strong case for being the best player in the world at the moment, as he's the first player in NBA history to lead the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists before the NBA Finals, and he's doing it at the age of 25. In his career, he's averaging over 31 points per game in the playoffs, and the only other player to accomplish that? Yeah, you guessed right, Michael Jordan. Even with Luka's dominant run, the Mavs are still considered big-time underdogs against Boston, as they're a 2-1 underdog to win the title. And if we're looking at odds to win the Finals MVP, Jason Tatum is the first choice, as he's considered the best player on the team that's more likely to win. And that brings us to the Celtics. Boston was the most dominant team in the regular season, winning 64 games, and they followed that up by going 12-2 in the playoffs so far. Since the NBA went to a 16-team playoff format 41 years ago, this is only the 12th time that a team has advanced to the finals with 2 losses or fewer. And of those previous 11 teams, 9 of them have gone on to win the championship. And don't forget, we'll have game 1 of the finals on TSN, Thursday, June 6th at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Time now for my favorite segment, and probably yours, Why We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
Dogs. They're man's best friend. I have one, you might have one, and honestly, who doesn't love dogs? You know, some people love them so much, they'll even bring them to the ball game. On Sunday at Dodger Stadium, fans brought their best friends, and we're not talking about humans, they're little furry critters, to the park and had a great time with them.
Dogs everywhere. This is mesmerizing. This is disturbing, amazing.
We've seen dogs at the stadium before, but that right there is a crazy amount. You know what else is crazy? This old video of Jason Tatum and Matthew Tkachuk, who went to the same high school in St. Louis.
Hi. Another reason why I came to Chaminade, because of great people and great fans like Graham Niemeyer, Jack Sponer.
I love basketball.
Novelli, and Matthew Tkachuk. Great guys.
Now they're superstars, both competing for a title. What a small world. The Grey Cup is returning to Vancouver for the first time in a decade. And it's been announced that the Jonas Brothers will be performing the halftime show. I've been told that I look like the 4th Jonas brother, not a big deal. For the record, I haven't actually been told that, but I'd like to think that. And sticking with football, over to the NFL, Justin Jefferson has agreed to a mega extension with the Vikings, signing a 4-year, $140 million deal with $110 million of that guaranteed. And that deal makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. That's it for today. Marissa's back here from Montreal tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone.